Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Oakland. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Come on. You better bring it.
Jack 16. 57's a Mike. 57's Mike.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Set! Black 20. Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Man out.
Run for Pollard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Show that bench release and go. 53's the Mike. 53.
Roethlisberger. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 6 yards away. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set. Great. Joker.
Now Newton on first down. He gets it to Cooks. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Newton. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's Newton. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 7-yard as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. This is intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Watch one, watch one. Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now it's Carson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Shift, shift.
They run it with Carson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I got you, punk.
Check 50. Check 50.
From the 30 on second down. Newton flushed out right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Here's Jacobs. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a toss play for Peyton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On third down, Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
20.
From the 36, Newton. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down. Newton now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch. It's south, baby. That's baby.
To throw again. Newton. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line.
Let's go.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Ready? 52. You.
Throwing again is Newton. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Chris Carson, as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos have taken the lead.
He took you to school.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
50. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Denver.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Showing it.
Back to throw, Newton. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. There when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
To throw is Newton. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
44.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that.
Hey, Charlie. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
44. Bravo.
At the 47-yard line.
I'm coming.
Now Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Allen's got it complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the Broncos' 23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Alert.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Here's Roethlisberger. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Like 20.
Get that quarterback. And all
On first down, Dillon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Like 80. 57.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon, and he's in. A 3-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit situation. The defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Newton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Newton. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run on first down. Carson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Newton now to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Complete, it's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
I'm coming after you. All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Loco.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Single on the slot. Hey, watch number 5.
Back to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Complete. It's Henry. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And caught by Henry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Watch the screen. Gun.
From the red zone now, Newton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
And the blitz does come. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Oakland, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.